The Carthian Empire had conquered 47 star systems in less than a century. Their warships were monuments to superiority, sleek obsidian vessels that tore through space like predators through water. Commander Elif stood on the bridge of the Dominion's fist, her crimson scales gleaming under the ambient light, watching the blue-green planet rotate peacefully on the view screen. Pitiful, she muttered, her forked tongue tasting the recycled air. This is the species the Council warned us about. Her second-in-command, Adam, shifted his weight uneasily. His scales were darker, almost black, marking him as a lower caste within their hierarchy. Commander, the warnings were quite specific. Earth's region has been declared a forbidden zone by cowards, Elif interrupted, her tail lashing behind her. The Council grows soft. They see ghosts in every shadow. She gestured toward Earth with a clawed hand. Look at it, Adam, one planet. No orbital defense platforms. No shield generators. Their vessels are primitive chemical rockets that barely escape their own gravity well. Adam accessed his datapad, his expression troubled. The last 3 expeditions that entered this sector never returned. The Vex Collective, the Crimson Horde, even the disappeared, Elif said dismissively. Space is vast and dangerous. Coincidence, nothing more. She turned to her communications officer. Broadcast our standard demand. Unconditional surrender within 1 solar rotation, or we commence bombardment. The message was sent. Elif expected immediate panic, desperate pleas for mercy, perhaps offers of tribute. Instead, after a brief delay, a response came through. A human voice, calm and almost amused. This is United Earth Defense Command. We received your message. We're sorry, but we're going to have to decline your generous offer of subjugation. We'd suggest you turn around and go home. Consider this your only warning. The bridge fell silent. Then Elif began to laugh, a hissing, rattling sound that echoed off the metal walls. Their arrogance matches their ignorance. Weapons officer, prepare a demonstration. Destroy one of their cities. Let them understand the price of defiance. The weapons officer hesitated. Commander, perhaps we should... That's an order. The officer complied. Energy coalesced in the Dominion's fist's primary cannon. But before the shot could be fired, alarms shrieked across every console. Contact, the sensor operator shouted. Multiple vessels emerging from... Commander, they're appearing from nowhere. No jump signatures, no engine trails, they're just there. Elif's eyes widened. The view screen now showed dozens of human ships, angular and utilitarian, surrounding her fleet in a perfect sphere. They hadn't detected any approach. It was impossible. How many? She demanded. 73 and counting. Commander, their weapons are charging. Adam stepped forward, his voice urgent. Commander, we should retreat. We can return with the full battle fleet. We retreat from nothing, Elif snarled. All ships open fire. The Carthian fleet unleashed hell. Plasma bolts and kinetic projectiles streaked through space toward the human vessels. But the Earth ships didn't dodge, they didn't need to. Shimmering barriers appeared around each vessel, and the Carthian weapons simply stopped. The energy dissipated harmlessly against shields that shouldn't exist. Couldn't exist according to every known law of physics. Then the humans returned fire. It wasn't a battle. It was a clinic in precision violence. Human weapons, some kind of directed energy system beyond Elif's comprehension, carved through Carthian shields like they weren't there. The Crimson Victory exploded first, its reactor breached in a single shot. Then the Eternal Conquest, then the Pride of Carthios, evasive maneuvers. Elif screamed, but it made no difference. The human ships anticipated every move, their targeting so perfect it seemed prescient. Adam gripped his console as the ship rocked from a near miss. Commander, we've lost half the fleet. We must withdraw. For the first time in her military career, Elif felt something she'd never experienced before. Fear. Pure primal terror. All ships retreat. Full burn toward the human voice returned, still calm, still almost friendly. We did warn you. You're not the first to ignore us. The Vex thought they could harvest our planet for resources. The Crimson Horde believed we'd make good slaves. Others thought we'd be easy prey. A pause. They all learned the same lesson you're learning now. Humanity doesn't conquer because we don't want to, not because we can't. 3 more Carthian ships vanished in brilliant explosions. But here's the thing about humans. The voice continued. We're actually pretty reasonable. We don't want war. We don't want your territory. We just want to be left alone. So we're going to let you go. You'll return to your empire. You'll tell them what happened here. And maybe Just maybe, they'll finally understand why everyone stays away from Earth's region. The human ships ceased fire. The remaining Carthion vessels, barely a third of the original fleet, hung in space like wounded animals. Elif's hands trembled as she gave the order. "Helm, take us home." As the Dominion's fist limped away from Earth's orbit, Adam stood beside his commander. Her scales had lost their luster, her posture no longer proud but defeated. "The Council tried to warn us," Adam said quietly. Elif nodded slowly, watching the human ships grow smaller on the view screen. They weren't pursuing. They didn't need to. The message had been delivered with brutal clarity. "They did," she whispered. "We thought they were cowards for respecting the boundary. We thought the warnings were lies told by the weak." She turned to Adam, her eyes haunted. "We were wrong. They weren't warnings from cowards. They were mercy from the strong." The Dominion's fist jumped to hyperspace, carrying with it a story that would reshape galactic politics. The Carthion Empire, in their pride, had poked the sleeping giant. And the giant had opened one eye, swatted them aside, and gone back to sleep. In the end, it wasn't humanity's weapons that terrified Elif most. It was their restraint. They could have destroyed the entire fleet. Instead, they let them go, a calculated mercy designed to spread a message: stay away from Earth's region. Not because humans are hiding, but because they're choosing not to hunt.